This is NBC.
Call the card, but don't be wrong, or you won't be around for long. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Kerry.
Hi, thank you. Hello there. Welcome to Card Sharks. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. I don't know, that opening poem was kind of reminiscent of Gene Wood's efforts. I had a little bit of a stretch there, but we thank Joe St. Jean of Pawtucket, Rhode Island for sending in that opening poem. Thank you, Joe. Now, let's get to the cards. Get us an ad, if you will, load in the cards, and as you can see, we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Kerry Hodge. Hello, Kerry. Nice to see you. Would you remind us about yourself?
My name's Kerry Hodge. I'm from Palo Alto, California. Right now I'm a student at UCLA and will be graduating in 2 weeks in design. I also work at a restaurant in Westwood, and I'm a campus representative from International Airline.
And you want to travel and bum it away for a couple of years,
Yeah, I
right?
sure do.
Good.
Sure do.
Nice to have you back. And this is Sue Vitolo. Hello, Sue. Welcome. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
And would you remind us about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Sue Vitolo from Mission Vale, California. I'm married and I have a fantastic little boy, 17 months old, and I'm expecting my second child in 10 days.
Very shortly, right. 9 days, that's right. It was 10 days yesterday. Have you picked out names for this new one?
Yeah, I think we're going to name, if it's a boy, Nicholas, and if it's a girl, Nicole.
What is that? Yes, there's only one thing. What is your father-in-law's name?
Gerard.
And who does he think the boy's going to be named after?
I think he'd like it to be named after himself.
Who is he going to be surprised?
No, I don't think he will be.
No. Good to have you both back. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards shuffled and cut before we go on the air, and the red cards on top to be played by Kerry. The lower cards, the blue cards, to be played by Sue. Kerry needs 2 cards for the win. Sue needs 4. But before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. We played the best 2 out of 3, and the first game of the match was won by Sue. Kerry needs this game, and right away we are at the 4th and final question. We are at sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Kerry, as we left off, the question goes to you. We took a confidential poll of 100 married women and asked them, have you ever told your husband that he was the only man you've ever loved, even though it really wasn't true? How many women admitted they had?
Even though it wasn't really true, women admitted that they had told them that they loved.
That he was the only man they've ever loved.
I would say I'm going to go with 15.
15. 15 women. Higher or lower, Sue?
You'd have to say, yeah, higher, because you'd want to make your husband feel good.
Oh, okay. Have you ever done that, Sue?
No.
No. Okay. If it's higher, Sue, you go to the board first. If not, it'll be Kerry. The actual number of women who lied and told their husband he was the only man they ever loved, even though it really wasn't true, is 16 by 1. It's higher, Sue. Wow. Sue, you have control. It is sudden death. You need 4 cards to win. Kerry needs 2 cards. Your decision, Sue. Do you want to play it or pass it?
I'll go with the audience and go pass it.
You'll pass it. All right, Kerry, you did not win the question. You cannot change your base card. You've got an 8 right up the middle. You need both of these cards. If you turn them both over, you win. We've got a tie. 1 mistake, and Sue wins the championship and plays the money cards. It made me so nervous. We've got an 8. Call this.
Higher.
Higher than an 8.
Yeah!
Ace. You're right in it. Lower than an ace to tie up the match. Yeah, with it. Yes, he did it. Wanted that ace from it, hence. Let us set up for the tiebreaker. I don't think you could have been happier with another card than that ace, right?
That couldn't have looked better.
So we've got a tie, each player with 1 game and $100. We set up for the tiebreaker with just 3 cards up there and 3 questions. Remember, these are the same stacks of cards, and we just take the cards right off the top of the deck. Sue, as we left off, the question goes to you. We asked 100 married women, Honestly now, have you ever used your husband's razor and then denied it? How many women admitted they had?
My husband finally bought me my own razor. So I'm going to say 78.
78. Higher or lower, Kerry?
I usually use my dad's razor, and he doesn't mind.
He's the only man living who doesn't
He
then.
gives me his old blades, but I'm going to go say lower.
You say lower. The actual number of married women who've secretly used their husband's razor is 33. It's lower, Kerry. Kerry, you've got that control. You start with a 5. Do you want it? You have the right to change it. Do you want the question?
I'll change it.
Here's the next card off the top of the deck. It's a queen.
All right. Lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, it's a 9. You're up the middle. What are you going to do? You're going to freeze it. Needing just one card and carry the question to you. We asked 100 pediatricians across the country, who are easier to toilet train, boys or girls? How many children's doctors said boys are easier to toilet train?
I would think boys would be easier because they can always go outside so easily.
No, you don't understand, Kerry. You see, they don't toilet train them at 12.
I know, but boys are just easier in that area.
Oh, okay.
I would say that 40 doctors.
40 doctors said that boys are easier to toilet train, Sue. She said 40, said boys.
Okay, 40 doctors said boys were easier to train. I think it's lower because normally the mother trains it, and it's a lot harder to train a boy when you're not doing the same thing.
Yes. Okay.
So I say lower.
The actual number of pediatricians who said boys are easier to toilet train than girls is 9. Very much lower, Sue. Wow. And Sue, your base card is a king.
All right, lower.
Lower than a king. Oh no, another king. And Kerry gets a chance to play off the 9 and call this one.
I caught lower.
Lower. If this is lower, you've won the championship. And it is. Wow. Kerry, congratulations, Sue. Those 2 kings in a row, my goodness. Good luck with the baby, love. Thank you for coming, Sue. Kerry, come on down here with me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You'll play the money cards where she can win thousands right after we take time out for this commercial message. We're back with our champion, Kerry Hodge, who won $200 in the match, and our congratulations for that. It was a tough victory.
Thank you, Jim. I'm just excited. I'm just taking it for what it's worth and enjoying it.
Well, let's see if we can clean up now. Let's get to the money cards. Come on over, Kerry. And that $200 you won in the game, yours to keep. Got a brand new deck of cards for you, and we've got new money for you, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, give you $200 and these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and we give you 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 till you get to that top card, that big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. Good luck. Let's clean up. Kerry, here's $200, and as in the game, we give you a choice of 2 base cards. You start with a 7.
Change it.
You'll change
it.
You must play this one. I hope it's a better change. A jack. Okay, that's a better card.
Okay,
Got
I will
$200
bet.
and a jack, Kerry.
I will bet 100 lower.
$100 lower than a jack. And it is with an 8. You're up to $300 and looking at an 8.
Okay, I will bet 50 lower.
$50 lower than an 8. Very much lower.
All right.
$350 and a 2.
A little bit higher.
Oh, you know exactly what you want to do with that. $350 higher than a 2. It is with a 4 and still a good low number. $700. Up goes the 4. We add the other $200 of betting money, Kerry. $900.
I will bet 700 higher.
$700 higher than a 4. It is with a king. $1,600 and another good card, a king.
Hey, 1,500 lower.
$1,500 lower than a king. A jack. $3,100 you've got, Kerry, now and a jack.
I will bet 2,500 higher. Lower.
Lower.
2,500 lower.
$2,500 lower than a jack. It is with a 9. We move the 9 up now. Now listen carefully. You've got a lot of money riding on this. Give her time to think about this. You got a lot of money here. Kerry, you must bet at least $2,800. You can bet more. You have $5,600 and a 9. What's your big bet?
I will bet $3,000 lower.
$3,000 lower than a 9. $3,000 lower, and no! Oh, you had kind of a little card there, but you finished with a great number, $2,600, Kerry. You really clean it up, but that's a good total because in one game you've got $2,800.
Yep. It's better than a working day, that's for sure.
That's true. They don't get that many tips. We'll meet a new challenger right after this. Back with our champion, Kerry Harvey. Everybody's happy for you. That was a good money card. Just that last one, the 9, gave you some troubles, but still a very good title. I was admiring that blouse, and you said, who does that belong to?
This is my roommate Linda's outfit.
You don't?
No.
Not too much clothes in college,
No,
huh?
she has the clothes I can wear to this.
Well, you can buy a few now.
Being a design major, I just usually wear my jeans and T-shirts.
All that mud and gook.
Yes.
My Uncle Harry will look wonderful in your blouse there, Kerry. Okay, let's get set up for a brand new game. Those are 2 new decks of cards all shuffled and cut. And here's our next challenger on Card Sharks. Mike Roach. Hello, Mike. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Would you tell us about yourself?
Yes, I'm Mike Roach. I'm from Terence. I'm single. I'm an airline pilot, and I like tennis and skiing, jogging, racquetball.
Terrific. You're single?
I am.
Kerry, you're single?
Yes.
She's got money.
Yes, I saw.
Good to have you here with us,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Good luck
Good
in
to
the
be here.
match. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Kerry plays the upper cards, the red cards. We'll start with a question to the champion. Kerry, we asked 100 Las Vegas showgirls, did the skimpiness of your costume embarrass you the first time you wore it? How many showgirls said their costume did embarrass them?
I can't believe it embarrassed them if they do it, so I would say 10.
10 were embarrassed the first time they wore their costume, Mike.
They're there to show. I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
You say higher.
Yes.
The actual number of showgirls who were embarrassed by the skimpiness of their costume the first time they wore it is 43, Mike. Yeah. And your base card is a 6. Do you want it?
I'll change that.
Trying to
I'm on
improve
king.
it. And a 5. Little better
A little
card.
bit better, a little bit better. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5? Yes, it's an 8.
I'm going to freeze on that.
And that keeps Kerry away from her cards. And the next question to you, Mike. We asked 100 8th grade boys and girls in Wabash, Indiana. What is the first name of President Carter's wife? How many 8th graders knew Mrs. Carter's first name is Rosalind?
Let's see. I think the Hoosiers, and at that age especially, the Hoosiers would know them, the formality, know them as a Mrs. Low figure 32.
32 8th graders knew Mrs. Carter's first name is Rosalind, Kerry. What do you think?
I would think there would be more that would know her name. I'm going to say higher.
Say higher than that. The actual number of 8th graders who knew President Carter's wife is named Rosalind is 59. It's higher, Kerry. Yes.
All right, 8th graders.
Yeah, they're sharp. Kerry, your base card is an 8. Do you want it?
Change it.
And we have a queen.
Yes.
Another
All right,
card.
next card, lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, with a jack.
Right, next card, lower.
Continuing lower than a jack. A 5.
Freeze.
Now we'll freeze to protect those 2 cards. Kerry needs 2, Mike needs 3. And the question to you, Kerry, we asked 100 people. The last time you called in sick and missed a day at work, were you really sick? How many people admitted they were faking it?
How many admitted they were faking it? Oh, I'd say they admit it, and I would say 60.
60 people admitted they were faking the last time they called in sick, Mike.
A lot of people in California like that sunshine and might do that. I'm saying a little lower, though.
You say lower.
Lower.
The actual number of people who said the last time they called in sick they were faking it is 42. It's lower, Mike.
All right.
Now you can change that 8 if you'd like, Mike.
I will. Change it, please.
And we have a 5.
Better. I'm going higher on the next card.
Higher than a 5. Oh, yes,
All right,
for the big
all
8.
right. Good card. Gonna be lower now.
Lower than an ace. It is a 4.
All right. Good card again. Gonna be higher.
If this is higher, you've got the first game in the match. And he does. Challenger with $100. We'll set up for game 2 while you take a look at this, so don't go away. And Mike Roach, our challenger, is the first game of the match. So we'll set up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. These are the next cards off the top of the deck. Mike, we asked 100 corporate executives across the country. These men are heads of some of the country's largest corporations. Do you have an ulcer? How many corporate executives said yes, they did have an ulcer?
Still pretty common for a lot of the top executives to have ulcers. I'll say 42.
42 had an ulcer, Kerry. Higher or lower?
That's a very good guess, but I'm going to say lower. I think if they're still executives, they don't have an ulcer. If they did, they'd be out of there.
Okay. The actual number of corporate executives who said they did have an ulcer is 7. Very much lower, Kerry. Wow. Not as common as you would think. And your base card, Kerry, is an 8. Do you want it?
Change it.
Isn't it funny how people change those 8s so quick? And it becomes a big ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. Yes, with a 10.
Lower.
Continuing on, lower than a 10. Out with a 4.
Higher.
Going to continue. Higher than a 4. No, a 2. And that's the chance you take because you lose all of them. Back to the base card, and Mike gets a chance to play another ace.
I'm going to show her how it's done. That one's lower.
Lower than an ace. Very much lower, a 2.
Next one's higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
I'm going to freeze.
And you'll freeze it there. Not going to make the same mistake. We'll fill in the spaces on Kerry's deck. And the question to you, Kerry. We asked 100 farmers in Iowa. Remember the last question? We asked the farmers, do you have an ulcer? How many farmers said, yes, they had an ulcer?
Farmers with all their exercise, I don't think they'd have too many. I would say 6.
6. Higher or lower, Mike?
The same reasoning, I agree with Kerry. I'm going to say lower, though.
Lower. As I recall, it was 7 executives who had ulcers. The actual number of Iowa farmers who said they did have an ulcer is 13. It's not lower. Kerry. Wow. Do you realize that is twice as many farmers had ulcers than corporate executives? That is incredible. Kerry, you're looking at an ace. Do you want it?
I sure do,
I
and
can't
I'll go
imagine
lower.
why. Lower than an ace. It is a 7.
Freeze.
You're going to freeze. And now Kerry needs 3 cards. Mike needs 2. And the question to you, Mike. We asked 100 women in a previous studio audience, have you ever been on a date with a millionaire? How many women said they had?
They're the envy. I'd go on a date with that guy, but it's got to be low. Got to be very low. 4.
4 have been out with a millionaire, Kerry.
That's just what I was going to guess. So I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that. The actual number of women who have been on a date with a millionaire is 16. Not lower, Mike. Oh. Do you want that 9?
I do not. I'll change that, please.
See if we can improve it. Yes, with a jack.
Good card. I'll go lower.
Lower than a jack. A 3.
I'm going higher.
If this is higher, we have a new champion on Card Sharks for the win. Yes, he did. Congratulations. Good win. Kerry, thank you. Good luck with your travels. You're leaving us with $2,800, a profitable stay.
That's great.
Thanks, Kerry. Good luck in your studies, too.
Thank you, Jim.
Mike, come on down here. And again, our congratulations. Way to go.
Thank you again.
We'll be right back with Mike Roach, our new champion, right after we take a look at these important massages. Mike, we're going to play the money cards right after we meet them next time, okay?
Right, fine. Looking forward to it.
Good. It's a nice way to leave, isn't it? You say, that's it for today. I know I come back tomorrow and I got a chance to win a lot.
Bundle.
I hope he will. So we'll be back with our champion, and I do hope you'll be back with us tomorrow on Card Shark. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
One of our polling groups will receive Gibson's microwave oven with digital timer, defrost settings, solid state, variable power control, and temper sensor cooking probe. Gives you dependable, cool, clean, fast-paced cooking furnished by Gibson. And some of our contestants will receive from Gallery of Homes a book on home improvements. Gallery of Homes brokers. If you're selling or buying a home, you'll find they do their homework. And La Machine, the complete food preparation system from France. It's like having a chef at your side. La Machine by Molinex. And Eureka's new ESP Extra Suction Power Vacuum. 50% more power, more beating, brushing, and cleaning action. 6-way height adjustment Eureka. And Quoizel Lighting, your choice of one of these brass finished table lamps with bronze highlighting. Complements traditional and contemporary settings. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.